like I said, you have to know the story in the market. That's the first thing you have to do. It's a necessity, it's a must. If you look at this very well, let's let's use a trend line from anywhere to anywhere here. Let's say the trend line crosses through the middle. If you can see, the chart is clearly telling you that price is coming down. Okay, but that is the overall view that price is coming down. But using what I've taught you already so that you don't make the mistake where everyone is taking sell, you want to join them when the market is actually giving you a buy. This is what I mean. Let's say that at this time of the day, you came when the market was somewhere around here. Okay, this this blue candle just formed, and you don't know whether you buy or sell. So what I'm going to do here is, let me change this to, this, to this. Okay, to this. So you came to the market on this day. This is where you are in the market. What are you supposed to do? First things first, you have to follow the strategy I taught you, which is draw your zones. Draw your zones. I'm going to go back to our 1 hour. Draw your zones. Then use your zones to trade. Market came down, went up, dropped down again. So at this point in the time, we are in this point. We are here. Okay? So you can only look for buys once price has done what? You can only look for buys once price has taken out these sales. Remember, that is a general rule. Okay? And as you can see, this is where the buy came from. The buy that took away the sell. Not down here, not here, but here. So I'm going to take this to this point in the market now, to this point. And the general rule, what I taught you is, whenever price changes direction, don't just jump into taking buy or sell. You must wait for retracement. It's very important you wait for retracement. So what happened is that price retraced. Okay, now let's take this out. Let's take this out. So you are now here in the market. Yeah, you are now here in the market. This bearish candle hasn't formed. Okay, you are here in the market. What do? You place your horizontal line here. Again, remember to use this magneto so that it will be easy. What this horizontal line means is that if we get a bullish candle that breaks and closes above this resistance with a reasonable top wick, I'll be looking for buy. Okay, now this bullish candle that I'm looking at now, this one, this bullish candle, okay, that bullish candle closed above this that resistance. This bullish candle closed above this resistance with a top wick. Beautiful. That means I'm looking for buy. Again, you follow this. I'm doing this because I'm teaching it to you. Ideally, I don't have to go through all this process. You place one horizontal line at the top wick, place another one at this bottom candle here. As at this time now, this candle is no, this middle line is no longer needed because it was there just to tell us that we have broken the high. Okay, we've broken this high. So now that we've broken the high, we don't need it anymore. All we need to do now is place our pending order. So you have to use this the long position marker to help you. This long position marker to help you. Okay, for this low and for this high. For 1:1, remember, all you need to do is come here, copy this, and place in your profit point. Copy what is in your stop loss, not this price, oh, the tick, not this price, oh, the tick, so that whatever is in this stop loss tick must be what is in this profit tick. See, as I'm repeating myself, I know why. Somebody will ask me this question later, that which one did I use? So pay attention. If you do like this, remember what I taught you. You have to give 2 pips above and 2 pips below. But for you to do that, you first have to set your TP. Okay, this is what I normally do. You first have to set your TP. All these things you're doing it before this next red candle starts. Before this before this one starts, you're doing all of this. As soon as price closes above, you're doing it. If the price keeps moving up, all you need to do is what? You keep moving this your entry point up. You keep moving it following the price. As it's going up, you keep doing it, moving it following price. Okay, you keep moving it. With that being said, what you are going to do next is double click here, hmm? Add 2 pips to the high here, which makes this 503. Remove 2 pips from the low here, which makes this 713. Now the question is, why am I adding for entry and reducing for stop loss? Is because you want to move the entry upwards. For you to move it up, you need to add. For your stop loss, you want to bring it down. As in, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. For your entry, instead of your entry to be here, let me remove this magnet, it's causing confusion. Instead of your entry to be here, you want to move it upwards. That means you have to add. Instead of your stop loss to be here, you want to move it downwards. That means you have to do what? Subtract. Okay? That means you have to subtract. What this simply means then is, if it were to be for sell, since I want sell, let's say it is sell as an example. Let's say I want to sell here, and my stop loss using the magneto, my stop loss should be here, and my TP, which is 1:1, 1:1, I'll copy what is here and paste here. Remember, 1:1. So if this is for sale, what I'm going to do is, since I want to move this down, I'm going to subtract from my entry. Since I want to move this up, I need to add. So what you have on the back of your mind is, if you're moving price up, if you're moving this point up, add. If you're moving it down, subtract. This is simple um, understanding. There's no way I'm going to explain it that is simpler than this. Okay. Then if you look at this, you notice that your actual TP is 0.66. Your actual TP is what? 0.66. Let me remove this now so it doesn't cause visual confusion. Your actual TP is 0.66. So what do I do next? Watch me. This is my trick now. This is what I do in the market. I come here and copy this my TP price, not the tick now, but when you it's being recorded, so you have the opportunity of watching it again. Carry this line, come here. I don't need the magnet or again, thank you. Carry this line, come here, okay, and go to coordinates and paste that value you copied that time. It will take it exactly to this point. Pay attention. Once you have gotten to this point, you will now go to your chart, which is your broker or whichever one you're using, and go and add an alert here. Then come here now, copy 1790 and paste it here. so that you are going to have the TP that will take you to 1:1. Are you seeing it? Copy this again, copy this value, not the tick now, this thing, don't worry. Watch it as many times as possible. I don't have to tell you all over and over. Anything you don't understand, watch it, you understand it. Then paste it here. You copy this value. As you can see now, it is right at the teeth. So what this means is that once price reaches here, pay attention, once price reaches here, I want to move this my stop loss from here to my entry. Okay, I want to move my stop loss to my entry. Then possibly remove 50, 60, 70, depending on your discretion. Why am I not moving 80, removing 80? Is because in the original place, which it was here, in the original place, which is this, the original place, which is this point here, we are in 0.66. Remember, it didn't give us, if it was 0.83 or 0.9 something, I would have removed 80%. But 0.6 is like half of what I'm supposed to earn if I'm closing at the full 1%. So I'm going to remove 60%, put my stop loss. I'm going to remove 60% here, carry stop loss from here, and put at my entry so that even if price comes down, I'm not losing anything. Then leave runner to come to this point. Leave runner to come to this point. Okay. Once runner reaches here, this is actually my ID 1 arrow. I'm going to remove another thing out of the market. Okay. Then what I'm going to do then is I will check where price will give me 1.5. 1.5 if it is possible here. If it is not, no problem. I'll check for where price will give me 1.5. This is 1.5. I'll place another line here. Here. If you notice this time I didn't have to use this thing, but use this method I taught you, which is come here, copy this profit value. Okay, go here and paste it. Why I'm asking you to copy it is because this is the value you're going to put in your TP on your broker account, whichever account you're using. I don't want to mention names of broker, but you know what I mean. Trading views for analysis and whatever stuff you're doing. The other one is where you have your actual funds to trade. Okay, 1.5. Now, this is a trick I want to show you. I use this. When I call it trick, it's not like it's trick, it's just a way of helping me gauge. What this means is that from here to here, this is actually my ideal 1%. Remember, but because 1%, which is from this point to this point, gave me 0.66, I had to add it here. I had to increase it to this point to give me my actual 1% if I'm to take from here. Now, to this point, what I'm going to do is I will use this strategy. Pay attention. This is why I tell that there's no knowledge that is waste. That should be considered waste when you're trading. Come to your Fibonacci, place a point here, place another point here. Okay. Place another point there. Fibonacci, if you check this very well, it's taking you your minus 61.8, which is supposed to be like twice of what you're earning, is here, and 27.20 is here. Look at these points that are my Fibonacci um, indicator here. This means that even if my TP is here, I am certain that I'm going to hit something at this point, because 27.20 is an extensive price, like saying if price moves away from here, this is place is going to target here. If price moves away from here, this is the place is going to target. But remember, it is easier for price to target the closest than the one farthest from it. So I use this Fibonacci to just give me an idea of where price is going. Now the next thing I do is this. I come here and I use pivot. Pivot looks like, oh, what is pivot going to do for me? It's just a waste of time. No, don't underrate it. It's not a waste of time. Okay. Um, okay, everything is in line. Pivot has plotted the line. So what you're going to do now is come to this point and draw a horizontal line from here to the left. Go back and look at the value pivot will give to you. If it is very far, pay attention please. If that line is very far, what you are going to do is come here and try to place your line to lap on it. Like you see I did. Place your line to lap on it. So for you to be sure on your TP, what you're going to do is drag this to this point. From experience, I've realized that Fibonacci pivot hardly gives you an incorrect estimation. Okay, pivot hardly gives you an incorrect estimation. I started using pivot because it was easier for me to just know what to do. What I would have done normally is take the half from this point to this point. Half of from here to here will be somewhere around here. Will be somewhere around here. Okay, and you see this is almost like accurate. From here to here, half of it is here. The pivot gave me a little extra on top of my half. So you see how I've combined so many things to just explain one thing. All you need to do now is go and rewatch this over and over until you understand what I've just explained. Thank you very much. If you have any question, the floor is yours.